Devin, you got a pair of headphones there if you'd like them.
Oh, you are so awesome. It only comes out the left.
Put the hang time to it.
He's getting here to listen to what's going on. Okay, we are rolling. Pictures up. Quiet, please. And Ms. Martin, your attention will be on Jessica. Just have a conversation with her.
Yeah. Then every little bit, let it roll.
Yeah.
Well, you give me the signal whenever you want me to
Okay.
perform, yeah.
Okay. Is Duffy your given name?
No, Duffy Martin, Duffy is my real name.
Yeah.
Yes.
And how long have you been a pro golfer?
I've been a member of the PGA for 50 years.
50 years.
Yes.
Okay, tell me about your best tournament.
Well, my best tournament was, you say, well, I was the low qualifier in the mid-50s into Kansas City Open. But I got lucky and shot 36-30. So I shot a 66, which was a little better than I can play. But I got on my game a little later and I didn't even make the cut. So as far as my golfing career, it's kind of nil, but I couldn't make a living playing golf, so I got buying these farms and building golf courses, and I love what I do, and it keeps me strong and healthy, and it's a pretty good life.
And how many golf courses do you have now?
We have four championship PGA golf courses. They're designed and built and owned and managed by PGA professionals. At Cedar Valley, we've been there 25 years, and we have Augusta and International over there. And then a few years later, we got here where we are now as we speak. We're at the Cimarron National Clubhouse, and it is our masterpiece, so to speak, and we're proud of it. And we have a lot of tournaments here, and of course we had a very bad winter, the cold weather last year, but it's been rewarding, and we're well pleased. In fact, Ross Goodner, the writer for the Golf World, the Golf Digest. Ross Goodner was the writer of the Golf Digest. He says, with a little mature and a little age on these courses, they will be one of the 10 best public golf facilities in the United States.
I heard that you don't have any sand traps on your course. Is that true?
No sand traps. People had rather play off of grass. You see, sand traps, when they eliminated the caddies and everybody starts riding the carts, people they do not rake the traps. So me personally, I frown on traps. That takes you longer to play. It runs your score up. And if you do hit in the trap and nobody raked it and you're in a heel track, you're going to hit the ball out, but you're not going to rake the trap when you leave because it wasn't raked before you got in it.
Okay, why do you think farting is so funny?
Well, it's a joy. It's one of life's great pleasures. I haven't blocked one in 2 years.
Okay. Do you have any funny fart stories?
I've got a lot of them.
Why don't you tell me?
All right, well, I was in Packingtown where I was raised when I was a kid, grew up over in Packingtown, and I went in, I think it was the Buckhorn Tavern. They made beautiful, wonderful hamburgers, or beef burgers they called them, and I ordered a glass of draw beer and one of those beef burgers, so they brought me the beer first. And I got a palm full of that beer foam in the palm of my hand. And so I thought, well, I'll just test this old boy out. There's an old cowboy sitting right by me and had cow dung all up and down his cowboy boots. Weighed about 250. So I just raised up like this and went, and our noses just met. And he was about half drunk. His eyes was kind of shifty. And tobacco juice coming out of the corner of his mouth. And his comment was this: "Hold that farting filly, my cousin's in that buggy."
Do you have any more?
Oh, I got a lot of them. Let's see. I was in the elevator, and here's this young lady. She's about 5'2", and her husband is about 6'4" or 5", and everybody's real quiet. And when the door closed, I just went over. So she kicked him on the shins, and she says, "Damn you, Newt! I've told you and told you about that. On the ranch, it's okay, but you're in the city now, so cool it."
Okay. How'd you get the idea for the handigasser?
The handigas, what kind of got me to thinking about this, used to the homes that were built was the garages was separate, and there's a lady next door that was her sewing room, and had two little girls named Geraldine and Mary Ann, and so there's running around blowing on the spool. I was out there with my golf clubs chipping around, and I heard them, and I thought they were tooting. So I went in and asked her, and she says, "No, they're blowing on the spool." So I got to thinking about it. So then I thought, well, I've got to come up with something here. So I made it out of bicycle tube, mustard lids, and a thin stovepipe baling wire. That's what this is right there. It's got a wonderful tone. You squeeze slow for hang time.
Yeah, could you demonstrate some of the different sounds you can make with that?
Well, if I was in a bar and there's some cat sitting by me or in the show or whatever, or a hotel lobby, and I wanted to cut one that'll fit his personality, if he's a heavy-built, heavy guy, I'd kind of throttle it down like this. And if there's some lady like at Christmas time with shopping at the mall with a girdle, I'd go.
Tell me about some of the pranks you've pulled using it.
Oh, well, there's one more story that I got to tell you that happened at the Quail Springs Mall. I was having a blast, and my wife and I went Christmas shopping, and I sent her on down to do her shopping so I'd get by myself where to have some fun, because she frowns on this occasionally. And I went up to the jewelry window, and there's some ladies looking in there, and so I started breathing through my mouth like, and they turned around, and one says, "He's senile," and another one says, "He should be socially isolated." And every little bit so this one came up, and she says, she says, "Why are you farting?" And I said, "Well, I'm old and I don't give a damn." She said, "That's gross." She stomped her feet and split. Shoved off.
Would you say that most of the reactions you get are of disgust?
Well, really, it's kind of, they're bewildered. See, everybody does it. Some people will get off by themselves and quietly hope nobody hears it. And here's some clown, like myself, of course, it's fun to me to watch their reaction. So it's not disgust, they're bewildered. See, and half of the people are blocking one anyhow.
My dad did not like that. I know that for sure.
So, I've read that the average person farts 14 times a day. Would you say you're below or above average?
You mean for pure D's?
Purity.
14 times a day. Well, that's pure D's. I don't block them myself. Yeah, I cut more than that. Of course, as you get older, you're going to break more wind. That's like a horse. You know, you take an old heavy horse, he starts pulling a heavy load, he's liable to break wind a dozen times before he gets up the hill.
And there's a trend, people light their farts. Have you ever done that?
Did what?
Have you ever lit one of your farts?
No, I haven't lit one, but I'll tell you what happened in Victoria's Secret. We was in Tampa, Florida, here a couple of years ago. We went in.